Hey YouTube, it's Jason Love with Jason Loves Life, and this video is probably going to be a little, I don't know if ranty is the right word, a little bit of, not a rant, but it's been sort of a gloomy day, so maybe that's affecting my what do you call it? Not my personality, but my mood. Um, so today I sent out one of the comic books I still needed to send out. Somebody ordered it after the Kickstarter campaign, which was really cool. Even though I haven't really officially sold it, it was a friend who was like, "Hey, I really wanted to get a copy." Hold on one second. I'm trying to drink more water. So, anyways, she's like, "I wanted to get a copy," and I wasn't around when the Kickstarter campaign was going on. She was traveling abroad, so she just was like, "I'll do PayPal," and she paid me, and I sent that out today. I also had to send out some contracts that were I've been sort of sitting around my office for a week for shows coming up this summer. So it wasn't like I was in a hurry, but I guess they were kind of in a hurry. So kind of email asking where they were, and I tried to do all that stuff on one day. That actually brings me to, I guess, what I want to talk about a little more too is, so I have issues with time management now. It's funny because I can waste a lot of time worried about time management, and I actually constantly make lists and I constantly rearrange, like, okay, at this time I want to do this thing, but then I never listen to it. And I guess an example would be, I'd be like, okay, at 3 o'clock I'm going to check my email, and so then 3 o'clock hits. That's not a good example because email is easy. I'll say from 3 to 5 I want to work on doing taxes, which I've been working on taxes today. And actually I wanted to work on taxes in the morning. So in the morning, I ended up spending most of my time, I think, just surfing the internet. I ended up spending a lot of time surfing the internet, and that's actually like one of my biggest handicaps. Is I don't know. I just keep. I think it's that feeling that I'm going to find like a gem, and sometimes I do. It's like, so. Example is, if you've noticed, I'm doing really well with Twitter. Like, I got a lot of Twitter followers, and lately I haven't been staying up with it, but I stay up and I stay active, and it's partially because I found. Like Hootsuite. Hootsuite is a software that makes it a little bit easier to publish. So, like, if I have like 3 or 4 ideas, instead of just publishing them all at once, I can say, okay, I want one every 3 hours, and it actually helps a lot because instead of, if you post it at, let's say I post it right now, which right now it's actually 6:15 p.m. where I am. Only people who are on now are going to see it, but if I do it every 3 hours, more people get to see it because you have one person. I mean, you want to have different stuff. So it's not bad to do it all at once, but I feel like it makes you feel more active in the community because if, let's say, so right now I'm around 4,300 followers. You figure maybe 5 to 10% are on right now at that time. I don't know if that's accurate, but that's a good guess. So that means only like 400, and you figure only few of them are actually reading them. They might just be scrolling. I don't know. So that's another percentage. So you really cut it down. But if you spread them out, you end up having more chance. You got, let's say the number is 5%. You got 5% at 6:15, and then you got a different 5% at 9 p.m. and you got a different 5% at 6 in the morning. And so it just allows you to kind of connect with more people without having to necessarily be on at all those times. And then I come on, usually I come on at least once a day and just see what people are commenting, reacting. I even do that sometimes when I don't post anything, just to make sure. I don't know. Just want to. I like to connect with people, so that's a big thing. Anyways, rambling a little bit. I forgot what my point was. So anyways, I remember. Yeah. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for gems like that because that totally has changed and made me way more productive, even though I feel very unproductive. Anyways, so I think that's what I'm searching for. That and like information, and I feel like, if I can just find the secret code, then I can do web stuff full time. I can quit doing magic, which I actually enjoy doing magic, but I'd rather do magic if I could, maybe a couple times a year. And maybe limit it to only things with people who I enjoy doing stuff with, stuff that's close maybe, or I don't know. It's just you have the option right now. I don't have an option. I have to pick. Someone wants to book me for a show. I can say no to the show if it's crappy, but if it's a good, if they have the budget to afford me, and I don't have another gig, I kind of have to take it. Like it'd be stupid not to. But I'd like to have that more, or even just some extra money so I could promote further. Like if I could travel a little, stuff like that. Anyways, that's I think my biggest problem. I think I don't technically have adult ADD, but I have adult ADD, and that's I think one of the results is that I end up just surfing the internet a lot. But anyways, and it makes it really hard to follow a schedule. So I've been trying to follow a schedule, and I'm not really sure how to do it. I mean, part of the problem too is so I'll be like sitting and I'll say, okay, I need to get taxes done, and then I'll say, oh, you know what? I should really this other thing. What I feel like is just as important needs to get done as well. An example is making this video. So I could be doing my taxes right now, but instead I'm making this video. But I do feel like this video is very important because I want to do these once a day. So at some point during the day I have to make it. So I have to come up with this. Either I'm gonna have to figure out, do I want to have a schedule? Here are the options I'm thinking. Either it's a very specific schedule that I need to follow. Two is sort of like, okay, these are the things I need to get done in the day and kind of just do them. And then, or another option is to say, okay, these are the objects for the week, or which is actually more like what they call getting things done program, where you schedule some things that are time oriented, and then you have like a big master list, and it gets pretty complicated, which is funny because they kind of say, oh, make it very simple. And I guess it is simple in the sense that you basically have like, this needs to get done now, this needs to get done at some point soon, and so you kind of like have these different categories. And that's actually what I was working on with, if you read some of my blog posts, related to getting things done at Evernote. I don't have the URL in front of me, but I will try to put those in the show notes below, the links to that. I don't actually have a system yet, and that's what I eventually want to do, but I'll give you the links to what I've written so far. So that's a big, I don't know. I just don't know what I'm doing. So, I actually was planning on ranting about something completely different, so I'm going to save that for tomorrow. I don't know if people are going to enjoy these rants. I don't know what I'm doing. You have a good night. See you later.